Going back to our fuser class, I'm going to scroll down all the way. After our class, we are going to write the function that will create a key value pairs for our fuser object, so we can save the key values into our Firebase. So let's say func user dictionary from, and here we pass a user object, which is a type of fuser. And this is going to return string as key and any as value. So let's create a return here, ns dictionary, and I'm going to create with objects, plural, and keys. So our objects, let's just put our objects here, and keys are going to put them here. So the object is going to be a user.id, comma, user.email, user.firstname, last name, full name, user.full address. Since it's an optional, we are going to give a default value of empty string in case if there is no address. Then we have our user.onboarding, and finally user.phone number. Now this is what we want to save, and let's provide keys for that. And let me just remove my empty line here. And the keys is kid as ns copying. Let's copy this part here. I'll say comma k email as ns copying, comma k first name as ns copying, k last name, k full name, k full address, k onboarding, and finally k phone number. And again, let's get rid of the empty spaces. And we need to specify that this is as string any, because this is what we promise to return here. Okay, having our function that will convert an fuser object to a dictionary, which is key value pairs, now we can create a function that will save our information into Firestore. So right on top of my user dictionary from function, after my class is closed, I'm going to write my function to save it to Firebase. So it's func save user to Firestore, and we're going to pass fuser object to save it. So we say fuser, and this will go ahead and save it. So in order to save it, we are going to save it in the area folder called user. So we access our Firebase reference.user, and then I'm going to create a document and pass our document path, which is the name of our document, and in our case it's going to be our fuser.id. And then we're going to set data, which is key value pairs. And we want one with a completion handler here. So we can use our function here, user dictionary from user object. And here I will pass my f user object that we have here. And completion, we have error as our variable name. And I want to be notified in case if there was an error. So say if error is not equals to nil, we want to print the error. Say print, say error creating f user object. And let's pass our error here. Okay, so we have a function to save our f user to our Firestore. And let's see where we are going to use this, because this function is going to save our user into Firestore. But since we are here, let's write the function to save our user locally as well. So I will say func save user locally. And this is going to be, we're going to take a user dictionary here. Say user dictionary, which is ns dictionary. So if we provide to this function a key value pairs dictionary, it will take it and save it into our user defaults. So if I access my user defaults, I can say set, and here we are going to set a value, and this there is an option value as any, and for key as string. So our value is going to be our user dictionary that we pass to our function here, and the key is going to be k current user. So once we set this, we're going to access our user defaults again and just synchronize, so it will save everything to our user defaults. It's pretty straightforward function, which just takes a user dictionary that we provide and save it under the key current user. And remember, here we are checking if we have a current user saved in our user dictionary. So this is how we are retrieving that information.